skate, and they'll try to gain possession in the attacking zone. They're going to have trouble causing away that, though, as Zach Steele picks it up. Just dropped off and chipped out towards the far boards. Josh Holland.
Oh, good play.
Couldn't quite control it. Now the Blackhawks try to break it away. Tomlinson just fires one in, and it's a long-range shot from Pete King, and he's just going to hold on to that. Jeremy, I mean, you're a goalie. You're one of the best goalies in the state. You play on the Adelaide Adrenaline. I take it shots like that from long distances, you can see all the way, bit easier.
Absolutely, yeah. No, those are ones you should be saving, and real lucky as well on the power play. You know, you're going to let that sit there, run the clock down as much as you can so that the man advantage goes away.
Team's back to full strength. Chip to the point. Jack Cinco across. Corey Smith fires a shot. It's off a stick and out of play.
It looks like the Falcons are really using that point shot, you know, making lots of traffic. All three of their guys right in front of Kingy instantly is key for them. Looks like that's their main game plan here.
Corey Smith, that's the head coach of the Falcons. He said he wasn't too sure if he was going to play this year, but obviously called to duty, and here he is, and he's one of the toughest customers in the competition.
Absolutely, he loves the game.
And there he is, Corey Smith. Smart player, too, a backhanded pass off the boards. Ambrose Foster picks things up at the center line. He tries to kick it to his right. A big collision at center ice. Corey Smith on his former teammate. Ambrose used to play for the Falcons. This is his first game in new colors with the Blackhawks. Foster chips one in on goal, and it's a nice save from Mateusz Trinka once again. This one chipped off the boards. Held the line nicely by the Blackhawks. That was Connor Oxlade, that held onto that. Working back is Hearn. Chips it over to Foster. Foster, a versatile player, and he goes for a tumble. Falcons giving their old teammate a few extra shots.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's the first game back. You're going to see that. And Ambrose is the kind of guy who loves it too. He's going to eat that up and help that boost his game a little bit too.
Jack Cinco tried to chip it off the near boards. There's a bit of a collision in front of the bench. That goes through a leg, and Jack Cinco will pick things up. Long pass ahead to Keane, and Keane pushed off the puck. Grabbed again by the Falcons. Backhanded pass in front, and that just trickled down on the backhand. Josh Holland.
That was some great moves in there from Josh. Made the defense look a little bit silly, but you're going to get that as well. You know, Zach, usually a forward, he gets caught out a little bit there, and obviously he comes back, makes a good defensive play, enough to take the puck off him.
Josh Holland had that. It was deflected just a little bit in front of the net by Kyle Cinco. Off the play, Quentin Tomlinson, one of the leading goal scorers for the Falcons last year, had a shot in on net. Blackhawks try to regroup. They only won 2 games last year. Falcons, they lost in the grand final. This is chipped back to the point. It's picked up by Tyson Boyd. Stretch pass ahead. In over the line and upended at the center line.
And this is something you're going to see a lot in the game. Both Mateusz and Pete love to play the puck, so they're going to come out and make sure that they're useful to the team with those breakout passes.
Zach Steele. You'll see a lot of the play go through this young man, but it's a giveaway. Zoltarov on the sharp angle, centering play in front, fires it in net. Seb Smith denied by Pete King. Rebounds Zoltarov. Fires it right in the chest of Pete King.
No, that was great. It's good to see Kingy straight back into it. You know, he's always been a very technical goalie, so he makes it look like he's been doing it ever since the injury.
A great shot of the play from behind the goaltender. What a difference this rink looks from even 1 year ago today. So much brighter in here. You see the signs, the fresh boards. Feels like a good place to play hockey.
Oh, absolutely. And as a goalie, you love it. You know, you'll be able to see the puck a lot easier, and it's going to make you look that little bit better in front of everyone.
Nick Bowe tried to carry the puck, tried to do a little bit too much going through the rink. This is tipped up towards the blue line. Keane battling away against the Blackhawk player, and it goes back. And the Falcons, Jared Chester tries a centering pass, a bit too strong. Reese Page breaks that up. Now it's Hearn. Back behind the goal, Hearn again. Just a little bit of a give and go with Nick Bowe. He's worked his way up from the Generals, and a giveaway play in front of the net. It was a dangerous play. Zoltara picks it up. He's pushed off the puck. Once again, it's Hearn. Long lead pass ahead. And the Blackhawks couldn't quite control the puck. Falcons have pushed back just a little bit after the Blackhawks controlled the early stages. Still looking for the first goal. Falcons had a power play. Icing waved off. Tomlinson was in a race for that, and Zach Steele behind the net. Has Tomlinson trying to pick his pocket, and Steele will just have to regroup and go back behind the goal.
It's great to see the confidence on some of these young guys here, you know, trying those little things. They're going to look very fancy out there, but that's what they bring to the game.
Tomlinson carrying the puck, gets that upended as well. Blackhawks just trying to get some sort of sustained pressure inside. Centering play in front, and that's taken away from Corey Smith once again. Back at the right point, Zach Steele. Centering play in front. Back to the point. Long lead shot. Tipped in front. Matus went down to try to make the save. It was blocked in front of the net by Clemente. He was trying to tip it in, and now break on the ring. Long shot from Quentin Tomlinson. He fired one from no man's land out in the neutral zone. Cinco.
You're going to see that a bit from Quentin. He loves those slap shots.
Zach Steele walks in, gathers, fires, blocker, save from Matus Trinka, the young Slovak, making a few nice saves early on to keep this game scoreless. Battling behind the goal is Siemens. Siemens, the MVP for the Blackhawks last season. Really good controlling the puck behind the zone. Now is Zoltar draped all over him. Centering play in front. Trying to get a shot on net. Trinka goes down. It was a really nice save. That was fantastic possession. Zach Steele ended up getting the shot off, but how about the possession from Siemens?
No, you can see he knows how to control his body and protect that puck really well. And again, you know, Matus, perfect positioning, easy save. You're going to see that a lot this season.
Siemens is a player they're really looking forward to take the next step. The Blackhawks only won 2 games last season, but they got a little tougher to play against as the season went on.
No, absolutely. You know, they stepped up even more from the season before. They went winless there. Oh, good save.
Shot in front. Trinka makes a nice save. That was point blank on the Blackhawk shooter. Working away in the far corner. Blackhawks with the first sustained pressure of the game, and Trinka comes through with another big save. This top line, Lesky, Siemens, and Boyd causing all kinds of problems.
No, their forecheck has been amazing. You know, that's the biggest thing is last year the Blackhawks didn't have the legs. This year, you know, it looks like they're coming out flying. They've got lots of energy, and they're keeping Falcons hemmed in there. It's great to watch.
They're rolling out 3 lines, too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It makes a difference to Falcons, too. Yeah, you're going to see that, especially in the third period.
Blackhawks with a few more players on the day than the Falcons. That will wear and tear over the course of this 3-period game. In behind the goal, Josh Holland tries to clear it, and this is centered. Keane can't quite get to it. It's picked up by Tyson Boyd. Boyd tries to whip it in there, and a centering pass ahead to Keane. He can't quite hold on to that either. Blackhawks try to regain possession. Centering play on the left side. Fire that in on goal. It was Hearn. That goes wide. Hearn working in the corner. Centering pass. Machos fires a shot. Scores! Reggie Machos with the first goal of the Premier League season, and the Blackhawks are rewarded for some hard work. It's 1-0.
No, look, that offensive zone pressure made a huge difference. They caught him out. Reggie wins that battle in front of the net and then just slides underneath Matus.
It was good work by Hearn in the corner. You can see it on the replay here, creating the turnover.
Yeah, and then Reggie's all over the defenseman there, Josh Holland, and it's just an easy shot through the wickets there.
Probably a product of just some, what goes to show in an ice hockey, a little bit of hard work pays off.
Oh, absolutely. You need that grit and grind. Oh,
and right off the back, the Blackhawks try to fire another shot in on goal. Page back to the point, and this is tipped off the board as Kowalchuk was bumped off the puck. Reese Page picks it up. What a story he is. He was playing C-grade hockey just a couple years ago. He's an elite inline player. Was kicked out of the competition from C-grade because he was too good.
Yeah,
played B-grade, played A-grade, worked his way up, and he was a pretty dynamic player last year.
Absolutely. He's a great player to see. You know, if you ever get the chance to watch him in inline, he's flying out there. And same thing to ice hockey. Obviously, it took a while to adapt to skating, but once he got it, he's flying out there. He's ridiculous to watch.
8 points in 8 games, and someone that can create action anywhere on the ice. Tomlinson wins the draw. Smith tries a backhanded pass. This is reached ahead, and a nice little dump off as the Blackhawks go into the opposition zone. Kowalchuk had that taken away from him, and it's Reggie Machos, the goal scorer. Plays this back down the corner. Stretch pass ahead, taken away. Zach Steele, he's got some room, and he was just a little bit offside. Was he offside? We'll get a look at the replay if we can here.
Yeah, it looks like Riccardi was a little bit too late to get out the zone. Zach Steele a bit too eager to go there.
Here's a look at the replay. What you're looking for is...
this is the stretch pass out the zone.
Yeah, but here we go. Zach Steele. Did he go in the opposition zone before the player did? Just barely.
Yeah, it looks like it. So just a little bit too excited to go there.
Yeah, you can't cross that attacking zone in between the blue line when with the puck outside of it when the other players are trapped inside that zone. Blackhawks reset. Given away on the near boards. Long shot from Smith. Pete King seeing the puck really well, but he's seen it all without much traffic in front of him.
No, absolutely. The Blackhawks have done a good job of keeping the Falcons out of there.
Smith in front of the net, tip scores! Henry Keane tips a point shot from Corey Smith through and right on cue, Jeremy Friedrich. This game is tied.
No, that was great. And that's the one thing that the Blackhawks were doing so well. They were keeping the Falcons out of the front. Deflection like that, so close. It's going to be hard to save from Kinger, especially a wobbling shot like that. You're not sure how to play it, and that was great work from Keane with the stick there to get that in.
Yeah, literally the first thing that happens after you say, oh, they've done a great job of keeping traffic clear in front of Pete King. That's exactly what happens.
If you notice Clemente there, he stepped away from the slot, and when you do that, you're leaving a lot of the traffic open, and it makes a big difference.
So there you go. It's a 1-1 hockey game and some jump in the step for the Falcons. They lost in an epic 3-game series versus your Jokers last year in the Grand Final series.
Yeah, that was good fun for us.
Long stretch pass ahead. Andrew Zoltarov's going to be there first. Flicks it over to Jared Chester. Banks it off the boards. Tried a cheeky little pass, and Keane was waiting for it. Tipped up in the zone is Hearn. Hearn working behind the goal. Centering play in front. That was cleared away, and now with 45 seconds to go in the first of 3 periods, the Falcons will try to attack maybe for the last time this period. Cinco chasing his man behind the corner, but some nice work from the Blackhawks in Jared Siemens to get this out to the neutral zone. Boyd, left side, Lesky waiting in the corner, centering play in front, and the Falcons will pick this up and they'll play it out into the other zone, and there might not be too many more opportunities to attack for the Falcons. 15 seconds to go. One last chance for the Blackhawks. Working up the center line. Zach Steele goes in on the backhand. Steele trying to get a shot off. It trickles through. Oh. Diving play in front. How did that one stay out? It's cleared the length of the ice, and Zach Steele almost put the Blackhawks up 2-1. Let's take a look at this as some frantic action to end the period.
No, Trunka lost that in himself with about 5 seconds to go. And you can see that was almost crucial to them. A late goal always makes a big difference in a hockey game, no matter what period. Some good sprawling moves there, and good recovery from Seb Smith too, to notice that as a forward. You know, he's back there. And
that was it. Seb Smith, 29, just reaches back and he saves Trinka.
Yeah, no, that was great to see from a young player like Sebi, who hasn't played much Premier League, if any at all. So, you know, it's going to be huge to see how he develops throughout the season.
We'll keep it right here for now at the end of the first period. Eric Balnard, Jeremy Friedrich, proud to bring you all the action from the Ice Arena in Adelaide, South Australia. We started with a quick start. Jeremy, how good does this place look to play hockey? You know, just walking in the venue this year, there's a different vibe. There's a different atmosphere. It's exciting. It's invigorating to come play some hockey.
Oh, absolutely. I hadn't seen all the work they'd done to the boards yet, so when I first walked in, I was shocked too. It just looks like a real professional place to play. Makes you excited for when the adrenaline comes back as well. You know, that's going to be huge whenever that happens. But no, it's some great work they've done here, and some great leadership as well.
I don't know if you can confirm or deny this just as a player that plays in the local Premier League competition, but from reports from a few different players, is the ice surface itself is a lot crisper, a lot better to play on.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. You know, it's a lot sharper, feels a lot smoother as well in some areas. You know, the ice doesn't get too choppy or anything like that. Some key things that, you know, used to happen in the past was those holes towards the boards and things like that. But no, it feels a lot better out there right now, so I'm excited.
The Blackhawks having a bit of a chat after that first period. It's a 1-1 game. There's Mike Gaynor. You can see him talking to the team. He's one of the only people without the uniform if you're looking for Mike Gaynor in there. The Blackhawks, 2 wins last year. They were winless the year before that. For them, they said they want to try to win 4 or 5 games in their first 10 and evaluate where they're at. They've done a really good job of bringing in some of the younger players on this team. Jared Siemens, Reese Page. Those are players that have come through the system. Clemente, Oxlade, Adelaide General players. Zach Steele. They might not be there yet, but this Blackhawks team is going to be difficult to play this year.
Oh, absolutely. You know, once they start finding their feet and finding each other on the ice, it's going to be a whole different story. That was the story last year, is they were mixing and matching a fair bit. Lots of guys moving up and down. Once they get some stability, this team's going to be crazy.
I mean, you were part of a team like that with the Jokers that a few years ago was struggling to win a couple games, and last year finally won a championship. This process does pay in the end.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it pays a lot everywhere to show faith in the young guys, give them the experience, because after a while you'll see them step up and make a huge difference. I think it was really key for us last year to have those young guys step up.
Underway in period 2, it's the Falcons and the Blackhawks in the Adelaide Ice Hockey Premier League competition. Here in Ice Hockey South Australia, supported by Ice Hockey Australia. Reese Page picks it up for the Blackhawks in black. It's a 1-1 game. Reggie Machos tried to control the puck. He scored the goal earlier. Henry Shiansky picks it up. Now Reese Page takes it off him. Centering play in front. Reese Page stripped him of the puck, centered it in front. Nobody was home, but that's the kind of dynamic ability that Page brings.
Absolutely. He's got so much speed. You know, the defense doesn't have any time to think about what they're going to do, and it makes a huge difference in a game like this.
Falcons played along the near boards, picked up, and it was just miscontrolled by Hearn. Chester caroms it off the boards. Kept in by the Blackhawks, trying to hold this in. It's a nice play. Working in on the far boards, back down low, Reese Page. Page centering Page, back at the point, tipped in front, rebound loose, and Falcons did a good job of blocking all the traffic in front of the net. Now Machos in front, flicks it forward to the net, working on the backhand. Machos just couldn't control the second chance. Chester tries to clear, kicked ahead, Seb Smith. Here's an opportunity. He saved a goal earlier. Can he score one here? He fires that one wide. Seb Smith knocked one in on the goal line to save a goal literally in the dying second of the first period. Tyson Boyd tries to dangle Jack Cinco. Boyd centering play in front. That was batted out by Quinton Tomlinson on the back check. Now Lesky fires a shot in on goal. Blocked down by Jack Cinco. And now Henry Keane will bank it off the boards. Zach Steele. You can see how big and strong and how mighty of a skater he is. He is one of the key future players at the top level of ice hockey in South Australia if he isn't there already. Falcons try to chip it in off the board. This is Kyle Cinco, knocked down. Here's Holland, working on the backhand, back down. Lesky gets pushed off the puck. Holland working on the close boards, back behind the goals. Zach Steele now gonna have to battle away. Centering pass to nobody in particular, and the Blackhawks will take this away. They try a long lead pass ahead. Ambrose Foster racing against Jack Cinco. Foster against his former team, playing in his first game with the Blackhawks. Jack Cinco, though, takes this puck away. Cinco, stretch pass ahead to Keane, and he's knocked up at the center of the ice. Keane slow to get up. A delayed penalty is coming. So the Falcons will head.
Blackhawks will head to the box.
To the power play.
Oh, yeah.
Falcons, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we got
there in the end.
Yeah, so it looks like looks like he was just interfered with there. Couldn't see where he was going. I couldn't see what number it was.
At the center of the ice, you'll see in the play here.
Yeah.
Henry Keane, 88.
Henry Keane out, and it looks like number 10, Kolchuk, gets in there. You know, nowhere near the puck. There was an attempt to play it, but in the end, he interfered with Keane going forwards, and that's going to be called all day.
So it's another 2-minute penalty. So for 2 minutes or less, the Falcons will go to the power play. They have an extra man on the ice, or should I say the Blackhawks have one less player on the ice. It's 5-on-4. 0 for 1 on the power play today, the Falcons. Shiansky knocks this down, looking for a sharp angle shot. Instead, he'll play it over to the right side. Tomlinson scored 7 goals last year. Looking for his first of the year this year. He's taken away, and now the Blackhawks are away 3-on-1. Steele down the left wing side, behind the goal, centering play in front. And Shiansky will pick this up. Just slowly plays it off the board. He's going to try to let the team reset, and this goes back in, and Mateusz Trinka, the young goaltender from Slovakia, will just leave it off to Andrew Zoltarov. Stretch pass ahead. Drop for Tomlinson. He has some space. We'll see if he shoots. He does. Pete King makes this save. Rebound pops out, but he sprawls on that.
There you go. He saw that in the end. No, that was key. Look, I think the Blackhawks have had so much pressure on these Falcons team, even on the penalty kill. They're all over him, and that's what created that chance there from Zach Steele that you just saw. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity, and they're going to make a big difference throughout the third period.
We'll look at Joseph Rezik once again, the referee of this game. Played for the Falcons last season. He's a sharpshooter. You can't keep him away from ice hockey.
No, absolutely.
Zoltarov, point from the shot. Rebound in front, and scrambling on that is Pete King.
Looks like Nick Bowe took the worst of that one. He must have received the first shot right in the stomach. But again, that's key from a defenseman. You know, you get in front, you block those shots, and it helps the goalie a lot.
Pete King, longtime goaltender with the Adelaide Adrenaline. He's been hurt the last 2 seasons. This is his first game of ice hockey in just over 2 years. So it's interesting to see how he plays, and he makes another nice save from the point. Rebound in front.
Save.
King there again. Wrap around. They can't quite hold the line. Here's Chester. Long shot. That's blocked by Reese Page. And Page is off to the races. In on goal. Page, and Trinka makes an even better save.
Oh, what a scene. And that's going to be a penalty too there on Zoltarov hooking. He got in underneath Page. That was a huge block again, talking about the key aspects of blocking the shot. Gives in that breakaway, and Zoltarov just gets in the way there.
A nice job from Trinka to get that pad out.
Yeah, he almost got beat there, that pull across, and then still sprawling to make the save. Again, you're going to see that a lot from Trinka. He's an experienced goalie for his age, and he's going to make a key difference to this Falcons season.
Did Zoltarov have any choice except to hook him there?
No, that's probably what you'd call a good penalty. Yeah, you definitely have to take those sometimes.
Zach Steele, long shot from the point. That's blocked wide. So now, just as that penalty expired to the Blackhawks, they'll go to the power play. So it'll be the Falcons who are a man short for that infraction. Their first power play opportunity of the day, the Blackhawks. They operated at a 20% clip last year. It was tied for second in the competition. So they did make the most of their opportunities with the extra tacker. The Jokers led that category last year. They have a lot of offensive weapons, that team.
No, look, it shows, the Blackhawks were top heavy. They just didn't have the legs to keep up in the 3 periods. So they've got a lot of skill, a lot of talent. So that's going to make a key difference, not just on the power play, but throughout the whole season here.
Zach Steele, the captain, trying to go end-to-end, just fans on the shot as he got upended by Corey Smith. Leski behind the goal. He's dumped behind the net. Falcons trying to clear. Now, working in the far corner, Blackhawks just looking for a shot. It's Siemens to Boyd. Whipped across the ice. Hearn fires a shot. That's blocked. Corey Smith. Smart play, just clears the zone. There's no icing when a team is short-handed like the Falcons are, so they can clear the puck. This will be the Blackhawks in their own zone. Banks it off the board. Picked up by Tyson Boyd and plays it in behind the goal. Corey Smith. Again, wraps it around the boards, but not out. Centering play from Ambrose Foster. It was a weak shot in on goal. Chip back in front of the goal. Fires a shot. That one just goes wide. Nick Bowe fired it in on goal. Back to the point. Bowe again fires it through. That was blocked by Shiansky, who will clear the zone, and that's some good penalty killing from the Falcons.
And that's going to give Trinka a good break there. He made some key saves, keep his team tied in the game.
They say the goaltender is the most important penalty killer. And that's proven true here. Kowalchuk across the line and just a little bit offside. A step ahead was Reggie Machos. But, yeah, what did you like about that penalty kill from both those teams? Both teams killed off a penalty.
No, I think, again, the intensity, the pressure on the power play. Obviously, being the first game of the season, you haven't had time to structure anything yet. A lot of guys still trying to work out what they're doing on the power play, so you need to come straight out, give them a lot of pressure and not give them time to set anything up.
Quinton Tombleson going in against this draw against Reggie Machos. Tombleson, a player with the Adelaide Adrenaline for the last couple seasons, at least before COVID came. We're now into year 2 without the AIHL.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference here on the Premier League. It's important for us to play hard here and get the best hockey we can out for all the fans that must be missing the AIHL.
Yeah, there's been some really good crowds here at the Ice Arena. There's a much improved facility from the last year or so.
No, absolutely.
This one is called, I think this one's icing?
Yeah, it looks like it. Just behind the red line there when he dumped it in, so he must have not fully crossed the line.
So we're approaching the halfway point of the second period. Falcons and Blackhawks. It was Reggie Machos that opened the scoring with about 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. Henry Keane tied things up for the Falcons late, and then a great save on the goal line from Seb Smith. Kept it a 1-1 game. Both teams have had some power play opportunities this period. Both goalies have made some good saves. It's a good, tight contest.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be able to tell you who's going to win.
Chester takes a shot, and that one goes high. And it's a good point because the Falcons, even though they were in the championship last year, it's a bit of a rebuild for them. They've lost their 2 highest scoring players. They've lost Ambrose Foster. They've got a lot of young players. They've got Connor Smith, who's out with a suspension today. But they have a couple young players back, like Kyle Cinco. It's a bit of a rebuilding year for them.
Absolutely. It's probably going to take them a couple games to get to that level. But, again, they're a team that when they're on their game, it doesn't matter who they've got. They've got so much experience.
Keane, the goal scorer, fires a shot. It was kind of a trick shot. It was just a soft roller.
But, again, King's got the experience. He'll be able to deal with that any day. And it's great to see. He's already so vocal, letting his defense know where to go. He's got so much experience, and he's been a great goalie to watch for many years, and one that lots of young goalies have looked up to.
Halfway point of this second period. The Premier League of the ice hockey competition here in Adelaide. Working down the line again is Siemens. He has some speed, gets it to Zach Steele, fires it in from goal. That's a heavy shot from Zach Steele.
Oh, absolutely. He's got a cannon behind him. But again, Trinker did everything right, got in the right spot, ate that up just right in the chest. So there was no need to worry.
Some good chemistry from Jared Siemens and Steele today. They've kind of found each other on a few different opportunities today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they already played together last season, and it shows, you know, like they were able to find each other. Lots of talent between those two. It's going to be great to watch them throughout the season.
Draw one by the Falcons. Nice play by Smith, and it's a 2-on-1 break. But the Falcons can't quite control the puck. Kyle Senko just lost control. Blackhawks tip it back in towards the neutral zone. Grabbed once again by Josh Holland, another converted inline player. In behind the goal is Hearn. Plays it back. Hearn on the left side, and now the Blackhawks will try to race away. Down in the attacking zone. Ambrose Foster bumped off the puck. Centering play back to the neutral zone. Hearn picks it up, tries a backhanded pass that almost was turned over. Now working in over the line. Fires a shot in wide. Ambrose Foster trying to pick that up. Clemente had the shot on goal. Back down low, Leski battling for the puck. Picked up by Henry Keane in the center zone. Keane in over the blue line, tries to dangle around a player. He avoids a hit. Zach Steele back in the neutral zone. Jack Sinka fires it in on net. Blocked in front, and things just slowing down a little bit. A long stretch pass ahead.
And that's going to be back to the start. Yeah, you can see the teams are getting a little bit tired, especially the Falcons. You know, they get caught a little bit flat-footed with the speed of the Blackhawks, and it shows, especially on the forecheck. The Blackhawks have been all over them. That being said, I think both teams still need a little bit of work on the D-zone structure, just those breakouts and things like that. That'll come with the season. Obviously, you know, you haven't been playing together or anything like that. It's going to make a difference.
And there's still 7.5 minutes to go in the second period, but there's still another full period to play after this one. Just in this sport in particular, you know, you're hitting, you're skating, you're going full speed ahead for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You feel it.
Absolutely. That's why you need so many lines. You know, you need to be on once every 3 shifts. Otherwise, you start feeling it physically, mentally. It's a tough sport, but that's why everyone loves it.
Foster kept it in, and that was bumped off the puck for Zach Steele. Here's Seb Smith, impressive with the Falcons today. Puck was trailing just behind Foster, but it's picked up. Walking in on line, Bo tried to fire a shot in front of the net, and that got tipped wide. Stretch pass ahead, Smith trying to find Shiansky. Shiansky picks it up. I think he was offside.
Yeah, just over eager there. But again, you know, some good communication. You're looking at a guy like Smith, who, younger player, lots of speed, lots of talent, and a guy like Shansky with a bit of experience. There's going to be a lot of that with the Falcons. They're going to try and match up some experienced players to mentor the younger guys. Lots of communication. It's going to make a big difference. You know, that's you need that with the younger players. Otherwise, they're not going to find their feet, not going to be confident.
They're missing a few players today, the Falcons, so they'll have guys like Pope back. Hopefully for them.
Hopefully.
Tipped along the line, and it is Shiansky back into the neutral zone. Both teams have reeled back a little bit in the second period, but a big hit at the center line. Bouncing back up is Shiansky, working on the backhand in the neutral zone. Tries to tip it forward. Shiansky racing forward to that one, and a nice play defensively from Kowalchuk to turn it back the other end. Here's Tyson Boyd, one of the most experienced players on this Blackhawk team. Longtime AIHL player. Centering play in front of the net. Shot in front, Kowalski. Kowalchuk, was absolutely robbed.
And honestly, you'll come to see that more and more throughout the season. Trinker's a goalie that, with confidence, it's going to be extremely hard to beat him. There's a reason he had below 2 goals against per game last season. He bails out the Falcons in this one. Just a bit of a defensive lapse. Lots of guys get caught out, but yeah, that's a great save.
Andrew Kowalchuk would have thought he would have had a goal every day of the week, and that one just caught his leg. Siemens plays it back behind the goal. Oxlade working in against the Falcon defender, and that's cleared the length of the ice. This is where the Blackhawks, with that extra line today, might be able to take advantage. Here's a look at this save from a different angle again. Kowalchuk take the shot.
You just see his reaction there. No, look, any other day, that's the beauty of goaltending is it's so luck-based at the same time. You need to be skillful, but you throw it out there and you just hope for the best.
Mateusz Trinka has made a bunch of big saves in his young career. It was his first year in the Premier League last year. Didn't really play with anybody over the age of 15, 16 in Slovakia, and here playing with grown men has made a huge difference, and again, loves that one.
No, absolutely. Look, it's a completely different game playing with young players. Obviously, the talent over there would be ridiculous for us to understand, but that being said, the physicality, the speed, the power of the shots, he adapted tremendously. He played a season with the Generals as well, played unreal there, so he's a great goalie to watch.
Foster leaning in for the draw. You see him moved in a few different roles today for the Blackhawks, Ambrose Foster, in his first game.
Yeah, it'll be key for them to see where he fits in best with the lineup, and that's what you're going to get from the first couple games of the season.
Foster, though, whiffs at that one, and it's taken the other way. Here's Cinco, fires a shot on net, and Pete King scrambles on top of that one. Kyle Cinco trying to make an impact in his first game in his return to the Premier League. He missed most of the season last year, did some work and school commitments, and he creates an opportunity.
No, absolutely. And look, you'll see a bit of that with Kingy, but with how technical he is, he's not going to be letting up rebounds very often, so he'll find that very quickly, because it makes a big difference if a goalie can control that rebound.
That was one of the areas, was defensively, and goaltending sometimes, defensively especially for the Blackhawks last year, was a bit of a struggle. They allowed just over 6 goals per game. Here they've only allowed 1 towards the late stages of the second period, so early signs of improvement.
Absolutely. Even though there's lots of new faces, lots of different players playing together, it's great to see the intensity they have. They have a real good jump in their step, want to bounce back from the last couple of seasons, and they're not letting that hold them down. Ambrose
Foster fires a shot on net. Mateusz Trinka plays this over towards the left. Zoltarov stretch pass ahead to Tomlinson, upended by Clemente, who puts it back into the zone. Blackhawks trying to regain control. Leski creates a turnover, puts it back in. Chasing after this is Bo. Battling in the corner against Zoltarov. Bo takes a big check from behind from Zoltarov and gets a free one. Now, in front of the net, Matchos tried to get a second of the game. He went up high, and that one just goes wide.
Again, you've got to have that pressure in front of the net. The defense wasn't there, and they almost capitalized on that.
Reese Page creates another turnover. Matchos gets dumped in behind the goal, and it's picked up by Zoltarov, who boinks it ahead to Tomlinson, who works around one man. Tomlinson going in on goal, kick save, Pete King. That's another nice one.
It's definitely going to be a goaltending battle tonight. They're both switched on, and it makes it a lot more interesting.
Yeah, it's good chances both ways, but sometimes even better saves. Page, the forward, going all the way back, plays again back to Zach Steele. Steele's been involved. He's done everything except score today. Works on the left wing and cuts back towards the center of the ice. Reggie Matchos took it away from him, and Zach Steele somehow still ends with the puck.
Yeah, the Blackhawks are going to need to be careful with a guy like Steele.
In on zone, and he gets tangled down by Jack Zinko. That was just some skill, speed, and size, and Jack Cinco had nothing to do, or Jack Cinco, had nothing to do but bring him down.
No, absolutely. Look, you're going to get that from Zach Steele. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of power. Blackhawks need to be careful with a guy like that in defense, because he's going to love to jump. He's a forward by nature, so they're lucky. They've got a lot of experience. They'll be able to cover him when he goes up, and he'll make a big difference.
It's early days yet, but the play seems to go through Zach Steele.
Yeah, absolutely. And with a player like that, he's been given the captain at such a young age. It shows a lot of maturity and responsibility in a player like that. And it shows in his game as well. He's real confident, and he plays his best hockey when he's confident.
Another power play for the Blackhawks, and again, Steele rips a shot. That goes high, so that one was it called hooking or tripping on that one?
I'm not sure. It looked like tripping.
Could be one of the two.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's a look at Trinka again, a big reason why this is still a tie hockey game.
He looks so confident in there, he's just out top of the crease, and you need that. You'd think that big guys, small net makes a difference, but you need to be
save again on the pad save. It was a point-blank shot, and Trinka showing the flexibility, maybe even taking a step forward from last year.
Absolutely, he looks like he's put in a lot of work during the off-season, and it shows the sharpness is there, and it's going to make a big difference.
Boyd tried to go around Keane. He flicks it towards the center zone for Quentin Tomlinson. He'll just flick it back to Corey Smith, the defenseman. He plays this long down the rink Still got to make those saves, Pete King, but it was a very easy one from hundreds of feet away, it felt like.
You know what? Sometimes they're the ones that go in and they're the ones that hurt the most. So it's key to be switched on when that plays down the other end.
Now another nice save from Pete King.
Lots of control there, you see. He knows exactly where he's putting it. He's helping out his defense, and it makes a big difference from a defenseman if the goalie's helping you out.
Only 8 seconds to go in the second period. Reese Page is going to have to get a move on it, but it's turned over. Corey Smith just plays this in zone. They're controlling a lot of the play in the center zone. And with just 1.6 seconds to go in the period, that will pretty much end it. They'll maybe get one shot. Do you have plays that are drawn up for those quick, like end of period, less than 2 second moments?
I'd say it's a lot less drawn up than a play like the NFL would have. But that being said, you know, with the experience these guys have, you can see the way they're lining up right now on the face-off. You've got a lot of pressure on that draw and hoping to just smack it on net.
Tyson Boyd loses the draw, and the Falcons have killed that penalty pretty good. It's a 1-1 game, a scoreless second period. Both teams will have a couple minutes to regroup, and then we're in for a grandstand finish in the third period. We'll be back live from the Ice Arena in Adelaide with the end of the first game, round 1 of the Premier League ice hockey season. Welcome back inside the Ice Arena, a 1-1 game. Both goals coming in the late stages of the first period. Reggie Machos for the Blackhawks got the first goal of the game. Henry Keane tied it up. Mateusz Trinka made some great saves to really keep the Falcons in with a chance in this one, didn't he?
No, absolutely. And again, you'll hear it a lot, but you come to see that all the time from a goalie like him. He's going to control the game. He's going to talk to his D. For such a young goalie, it really helps a team like the Falcons who have experience but also have a lot of young guys. He sees the game and he's very vocal with them, so he's going to be key.
Statistically, the two top goaltenders in the Premier League competition last year were Mateusz Trinka in net for the Falcons and yourself, Jeremy Friedrich, with the Jokers. It's not a coincidence that the teams that allow the least amount of goals, and it's a team effort being a goalie too, we'll say that,
no,
but the two teams that had the strongest goaltending and defensive play were in the grand final last year. In ice hockey especially, the person in between the pipes, so important.
No, absolutely. Look, you hear it a lot that the goaltender, you know, it's a big guy, small net. You think that there's not much to it, but that puck moves pretty fast, and obviously the defense helps a lot.
There's Trinka's numbers on the left. Pete King making his return. Those are his AIHL numbers. 85 games played at the top level of Australian ice hockey here. He's a good goalie.
Absolutely. It brings a lot of wealth, and you watch Pete play. He's got so much technique. You know, 2 years off, you think it's a lot, but it doesn't make a difference. He's going to have that with him forever, and he's such a smart goalie, such a experienced goalie, such a good leader back there. He's going to make a big difference to the Blackhawks this year.
So it's skill and technique. They don't really sleep, do they?
No, absolutely. You know, you might have sharpness here and there, but no, he's definitely going to be a great goalie.
Blackhawks still on the power play. They have the extra man on the ice due to a late penalty for the Falcons. They'll try to jump ahead early in the third period and then use maybe those extra bodies they have today to try to hold on to that lead. Only 2 wins last season. Wouldn't it be great to get a win against the team that finished runner-up last year?
No, absolutely. It'll give these guys a lot of confidence, and confidence is key in hockey.
Zach Steele, again, using that speed, but he races across the line and fires this in on net. All for naught. It was offside, and that might just tick off the final few seconds, and another power play opportunity gone to waste. Both teams 0 for 2 on the day.
No, absolutely. It makes a big difference having the run time. You know, it's not the most sportsmanlike strategy, but if you're on the penalty kill and you notice it's run time, you're going to let that clock run down a little bit.
And by run time, a big difference in the ice hockey competition here is the clock does run for most of the game. In the last 5 minutes of the third period, it does stop. But for now, we're just running 20 minutes, so you got to get some goals soon, heavy and often. Reese Page walks in, fires a shot from a sharp angle. That one goes wide. Bo tries to play this for the Blackhawks. He has a man draped all over him. This is Cinco trying to tip this ahead, and Cinco, good stick work, creates a turnover. Centering play. Henry Keane would have been offside. Now this one goes back behind the goal. Now back in on net, it is the Blackhawks chipping it in. Blackhawks holding the zone. This one chipped in behind the goal. So, again, sustaining pressure there, a bit of a problem. But there's a look at Ambrose Foster. Last year he played with the Falcons. He was a key part of that team. The Blackhawks recruited him over to join. He can play a few different roles. He's pretty solid when it comes to defense. He can play forward. He's a versatile player and a big acquisition for the Blackhawks.
Absolutely. A young guy like that's going to make a big difference, not just this season, but for the whole Blackhawks plan that they have.
Blackhawks try to chip this back to the point. They can't quite hold the line. Quentin Tomlinson was racing down the line, tried to create a turnover. Kowalchuk, who was absolutely robbed earlier by Matusz Trinka, chips it in on the zone, and the Falcons will finally clear. Working on the near boards was Quentin Tomlinson. Kowalchuk takes the puck back, dumps it in for Ambrose Foster, and now back behind the goal, Corey Smith with the puck. The coach of the team chips it off the boards. Now back to Blackhawks centering play. Kowalchuk whiffed at that one, and now it's a break for Shiansky. He's in all alone. Shiansky in a big save from Pete King.
That's crazy. And we just got the shots for the end of the second period there. Blackhawks have had 22 to Falcons 16. So
both goaltenders big.
Absolutely. You're looking at above 95 for Matusz and pretty close to it for Petey as well. So that's great numbers. You know, you look at the pros and they're aiming for above 90. You know, that's 9 saves out of 10, and these guys are making at least more than that.
More than that.
Yeah, no.
So that's what you mean when you hear that 900 save percentage. It's stopping 9 shots out of 10, or 900 out of 1,000.
Yeah, 900 out of 1,000, exactly.
And that's a good number.
Yeah,
and
that's what you aim for.
Pete King just made a big save on Shiansky as Jared Chester flicks this into the corner. Working down low. This one taken away. Holland upended, and the Blackhawks will send this down, but it's blocked at the center line by Cinco, who then is dumped by Siemens. Chester in over the line. Chester works his way down low. Centering play in front. It was a dangerous pass, and the Blackhawks broke that one up. Keane down low. Centering play in front again. Backhanded pass in front of the net. Falcons trying to pick up a loose puck in front. The Blackhawks will clear. Zoltarov knocks it down at the center line. Zoltarov on the backhanded pass. Back behind the line, and Zoltarov, he withstands a hit from Bo, but he can't withstand that one from Tyson Boyd. 2 former teammates with the Adelaide Adrenaline in the Australian Ice Hockey League. This has cleared the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Trinka will go and play this behind the goal. 15:40 to go. Blackhawks right now serving a penalty. The Falcons are on a power play. Working in over the line. Fires a shot in on net, and a nice save. Tomlinson. Long shot. Blocked in front by Bo. Zoltarov fires it in there. Rebound in front. Picked up by Bo. Just banks it off the boards. Reese Page trying to battle away. Falcons with a few big opportunities, trying to take advantage, trying to clear the zone. Zoltarov blocks this down. Long shot. That's blocked by Page. Page has been big on the penalty kill today, and Page takes it away again, and he'll clear it down back to Trinka. Page has been blocking shots, creating turnovers. He's had a breakaway opportunity. Long stretch pass ahead. Here's Tomlinson. Shot on net. Pete King, big save. Rebound. Tomlinson, another pad save from Pete King. Tomlinson to the point. Jared Chester to Tomlinson. Centering play. Shiansky just couldn't quite settle it down. Shiansky flicks it around his man. Centering play, and Cinco is trying to keep it in. And the Blackhawks withstand tremendous pressure from the Falcons on that power play. Pete King, a few big saves and a few big shot blocks. Pressure being dialed up here in the third period.
Absolutely. You can see the Blackhawks really want it. Another key thing here, you're seeing Trinka playing the puck a lot, and you'll see that all season. You know, he made that big breakout pass to give that breakaway to Tomlinson before. He got a lot of experience with that.
Zach Steele couldn't quite hold on to the puck, and flicked off the boards is Quentin Tomlinson. Tomlinson cutting towards the center of the ice. Coming over to make a nice save was James Hearn. Can't quite clear the zone. Cinco fans on it. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Centering play. Clemente, he just gets tangled up. Couldn't quite. And it looks like it might be a penalty call on the Falcons. It might be interference. We'll take a look at this.
See Cinco here in the back. He comes up. Yeah, I'm not sure why Cinco got that one.
So it's Seb Smith that looks like he interfered with the player coming back.
Yeah, it looks like it, but Cinco's going to take it. It might have happened before, earlier in the play, but we'll go with that.
Either way, interference was probably on that play anyways.
Absolutely, yeah.
He was impeded in getting to the puck. So the Falcons will go to the penalty box right after they had a power play opportunity of their own. Zach Steele gets it over to Kowalchuk. Kowalchuk fires it in on goal. That one was just tipped down. Working back behind the goal. Here's Siemens. Siemens back to Steele. He's got a cannon if he can shoot. Oh. Shot in front, tipped in front, trying to fan on the rebound. Kowalchuk robbed by Trinka once again. Tyson Boyd.
You're starting to see a lot of structure here in the power play, and the Blackhawks are getting more and more experiences and opportunities to get it working, but special teams will make a big difference tonight.
Neither team has scored a power play goal, and it might be the difference in the late stages in this one. Zach Steele working on the ice with Jared Siemens. Young Connor Oxlade on the ice as well. This fired the length of the ice. Zoltarov, backhanded pass. Oxlade will pick this up. Drops it back to the point. Nick Bowe fires it back behind the goal. Siemens working on two different men, and he turns that one over, and the Falcons will clear the zone. Holland into the attacking zone while shorthanded. Has this tipped away. Bowe has to, almost was too many men on the ice, but they just avoided that. Reese Page picks it up, fires a quick shot on net. That's that inline quick hands and skill coming to work. Siemens, once again at the far right point, fires a shot in on net, blocked in front from Jared Chester. He's had a really nice game defensively. Chester bumped off the puck by Machos. Machos dangles his way in front of the net, drops it back for Page, fires it on goal.
Save.
Trinka, another nice save to hold his own.
Absolutely, sitting at the top of the crease, he's given Reese nothing to shoot at, Page has got what he thinks is a lot of space, but when the goalie comes out like that, you're not got much to look at. So that was really good technique there from Trinka. Good power play too from the Blackhawks. They're really trying to get something going. They're moving the defense of the Falcons around a lot, and it's making a difference.
All the goals in this game have been scored off of either screens or tip pucks in front of the net. All two of them, I should say.
Yeah, not the goalie's best friend, that's for sure.
What does that tell you? Just that the goalie's seen the puck really well?
Absolutely, yeah. And look, that comes down to the defense as well. I'll be the first to say as a goalie, the defense does a great job of keeping them to the outside, and you could make 100 saves in a row and it wouldn't be like anything. So no, the defense are playing really well for their first game out. I think there's a lot of structure there underlying, lots of experience in these players.
Just about 10 minutes to go in a very entertaining first game of the season. Long shot from the point. Hearn has that go wide. Rebound in front of the net. Somehow that doesn't go in. Page centering play in front, scores! A tip puck in front of the net. It was off the hands of the quick hands from Reese Page, who centered the puck, and it was tipped in front of the net. A second chance opportunity from Page.
Riccardi.
And it's Hart.
Yeah, Riccardi did a great job of getting in front of the net there, picking up the rebound. You see, they didn't give up. Puck goes in the corner. He's still there. Defense probably could have had him, but stayed on the outside. And you're going to hear it a lot, get in between the goalie and, get between the net and the player, and the defense didn't do that there, and it gave Riccardi the chance to put that in. Dan
Riccardi with his first goal of the season, another player working his way up the Blackhawks ranks, getting rewarded with a go-ahead marker just at about the halfway contest. And once again, it was just firing pucks in front of the net, looking for that stick, and it was Dan Riccardi that found it.
No, absolutely. And this is going to be really interesting now because you're going to see how the Falcons react to going down. Obviously, vast experience, but a young team. It can get to your head pretty easily this late in the game. Trinka's going to need to deal with that and make sure he stays on top of his game.
It was literally Reese Page just throwing the puck in front twice in a row and just trying to hope somebody has a stick on it, and it works. He's created some offense in this game.
Absolutely. He's really creative, got lots of speed, and he's a pretty big boy as well. So, no, he's going to be a real big aspect to the Blackhawks this season.
Tombleson. Puck stayed in. Corey Smith, backhanded pack in front. Tombleson fires a sharp angle shot. That goes just a little bit wide. Back to the point. Cinco, long shot in. It trickles in front. Pete King mops that one up. And Pete King's made a few big saves to give himself a lead in this one.
Absolutely. You know, that's definitely an easier save than the first one he had to make just then. But, again, he's in the perfect position. He's not giving Tombleson anything to shoot at, and he's going to make that save every day of the week. Looking at the numbers there from Zoltarov last season, he was a key player, especially from the blue line, hitting over 1 point a game, which is huge in this league.
Blackhawks off to the races again. Connor Oxlade, centering pass. Siemens tried to get to it. Trinka, aggressive, came out, shot from the point, blocked. Second chance opportunity. This cleared back to the neutral zone, and Bo plays this off the side boards, picked up by Zoltarov.
And this is when you're going to start to see the Falcons winding down a bit. They've got less legs. They've obviously been out in the ice a lot longer. It's a pretty physical game too, so it's going to start to wear on them. It's going to be really important that they keep it smart.
Siemens on the right side. Speedy winger centers a play in front. Trinka dives down to poke that one free, but he can't quite clear the zone. Kowalchuk fires a shot on goal. That goes wide. He gets dumped after, and that is going to send the Blackhawks to the power play, and they've just controlled a lot more of the puck. They've created some opportunities, and now bodies are just being dragged down.
Absolutely. You're seeing the frustration in the Falcons. You're tired. You're going to push that guy when you probably shouldn't. You're going to give him that extra slash, and things like that are going to cost you in the game. It's really important here to stay focused, keep playing your game, and work hard to try and get back into it.
So the Blackhawks will go to the power play for the fourth time today. They are 0 for 3. But they've sustained a lot of pressure in this period. And they win the draw right away. Slap shot for the point. Zach Steele went right off the post. Can't quite hoard the zone. It's Hearn.
Again, you're going to see that kind of play from the Blackhawks. He's got a cannon of a shot.
Matchos already has one today. Fires one to the chest of Trinka. So Trinka's had to make a nice save. He's had to dive to poke one free. He's got bailed out by the post. Anything right now.
No, absolutely. He's been very busy, and the shot count shows it too. You know, they'd be reaching towards the 30 shots here, which is probably average for a hockey game, especially in a small rink like Adelaide's. You're going to see a lot of shots, lots of action, but you need to be switched on. You know, again, he's only let 2 in so far.
Draw one by the Blackhawks again, fired in above goal. Reese Page being dangerous all night, working in the corner. On the backhand, wraps it around, back to the point for Hearn. Waiting, firing, shot in front, and that was just tipped in front and sent down the length of the ice. Halfway through the minor penalty, and the man advantage for the Blackhawks. Working down the right side, fires a shot on goal. It was snapped on net by Ambrose Foster, and Trinka again making another nice save.
That was a good play too to get in the zone there. I saw that nice little drop pass, give Ambrose some space. Foster wheeling down the wing and just gets a shot on net. You know, it's the simple things that are going to make a difference here. Getting a bit of chemistry going between these guys, finding each other on the ice.
Siemens comes in for the draw. He wins it, but they can't quite get control. Finally, Tyson Boyd tries to fire one on net. Siemens, second chance, slides one through. It was blocked in front, and the Falcons try to clear, but it's kept in. Steele, centering play in front of the net. Siemens had all day, and he ripped it wide.
Yeah, you got to keep your head up on that one, because that would have been a key chance. Trinka was out.
Bo to Steele, fires it, rebound in front. Bo tries to fire one, that goes wide. Blackhawks just peppering the Falcons with some opportunities.
No, that was great. Lots of chemistry there. You could see they could start finding each other on the ice, and it makes a difference. You know, you're making those cross-seam plays, lots of passes around, goalies moving, defense is moving, and then that quick shot catches you off guard most of the time.
Blackhawks trusting some younger players with the extra man advantage. You see Connor Oxlade, he's recently moved up from the Generals, a player you've played with.
Yeah, no, he's been a great player to play with around the years. You know, he's got a lot of experience, lots of maturity on the player too, so he's going to be a good one to watch this season.
Boyd, centering play, he was looking for Oxlade. Couldn't quite find him. Shansky, centering play. Falcons need to find one more burst of energy in these last 5 minutes. It'll be stop time to try to at least tie the game, and it's a giveaway. Here's Tomlinson. Here's an opportunity. Tomlinson around scores! Quentin Tomlinson has tied it up late.
No, look, that was great forechecking there, and it's the defensive lapse that gets me, you know, like you're that late in the game, it's got to be kept simple. It's the little things that are going to make a huge difference in a hockey game. Now the Falcons have got a bit of extra jump in their step, and they're going to try and carry that out towards the win. You know, 3 minutes is a long time to play in a hockey game here.
The Falcons probably know they're not going to have as many opportunities just with the strength of the squad they have, with a couple of suspensions right now and players not available. So they got to take advantage of the opportunities, and Tomlinson made no mistake, and this game's all tied up late. Could we see overtime?
I'm hoping. It's
Foster beats out the icing call, plays it off to Bo. Bo battling down low. It's picked up by Zoltarov. Zoltarov banks it off the boards into the neutral zone. Kept in by Zach Steele. Plays it down low. I think he might have just cleared the zone, so it'll go offside. Here's a look at the goal again.
That was a great move there from Tomlinson. Faked out Pete just enough to get that puck around him. That long reach from Tomlinson. He's a tall player, big boy. Yeah, he gets that around him, and then it's pretty easy to tuck that in from there.
How can you defend something like that as a goalie?
Like, the poke check's a pretty common one, you know, but again, it's a split-second decision. It's very hard to kind of know what you're going to do, because you can misplay that, trip him up. There's lots of different things.
Page centering play in front of the net. Trinka makes a nice one again, and Reese Page is causing all kinds of mayhem on the ice, this time drawing a penalty, but again, Page just centering the puck in front of the net, even from his knees, and he draws a penalty, I think.
Yeah, on Chester. Looks like it was going to be a trip. We'll see here what the ref says. Oh, yeah. Slashing.
It'll be a slashing call, yep.
On Chester, yeah. No, and look, again, the speed from Page is what causes the defense all kinds of problems. You know, he splits them straight through the middle.
2 minutes to go, and it's a power play for the Blackhawks. This might be the chance to win the game. Off the draw, Kowalchuk fires one, goes off the high boards and around in the corner.
If only we were playing footy, that'd be 6 points.
Riccardi, he had one of the goals early in the game. Waiting patiently, back to the point for Steele. He's got space, he's got a shot. Trinka makes the save. Back down in the corner. Page again gets hit pretty hard, and the Falcons checking aggressively now. Blackhawks keep it in, flick down low. Matt Chaussee scored once today, centering play. Page, great save from Trinka, keeps it a tie game. Wrapped around the corner, takes a funny bounce off the boards. Steele pokes it in. Steele fires a shot. Trinka gets a pad down. Steele fires again. Rebound pops free. Blackhawks don't want to whistle, but my oh my, it's mayhem for the Blackhawks as they're looking for the winner. And the clock's still going.
But yeah, no, that was some great pressure. The Falcons got caught out. You've got 4 players. The key is stability. You know, obviously you want to put a lot of pressure on the players because it's giving them no space or time to do anything, but you're risking getting caught out, and that's what happened there. And great saves from Trinka, great positioning. Bit of sprawling, but you need that as a goalie sometimes.
Matus Trinka making some acrobatic saves to keep the Falcons in this one. It is a 2-2 game. If the scores are tied at the end of regulation, we will play overtime. Both teams will get a point. But my, oh my, would teams like full points tonight.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's key to get going straight away in the season. It gives you a bit of confidence, gives the team a bit more excitement to come back and play next week. Obviously, when you get towards the end of the season, your team's been losing a few too many, and they pile up pretty quickly, especially when you get a poor run. It makes it a lot less entertaining. So, no, this is a great first game of the season. One
of the first games of the season last year, it involved the Falcons, and they also went to overtime in a wild one versus the Jokers. Play in front of the net as it's Holland that tries to clear this wide. Picked up at the point. Steele fires it in. It's blocked in front on the back of Zoltarov. Falcons just need to clear the zone. They're short-handed pretty much for the remainder of regulation time unless the Blackhawks can score a goal and get it back to even strength. Working behind the goal. It's Siemens working in front. Fans on a shot. Fires another one, and another big save from Trinka. Siemens gets right back up and chases the puck, and now another delayed penalty coming. And it's touched up, and it's all sorts of trouble now.
Oh, it looks like a tripping on the Blackhawks there.
So it's going to be 4-on-4, I think.
We'll see what they say. Yeah, 4-on-4. 2 minutes for tripping on Siemens. And look, that's a huge penalty to give out there from the referee in the last minute of the game, but it needs to be called. It's going to toss the game up in the air a little bit. It's going to make it a little bit more interesting now. 4-on-4. You're looking at a lot more space out on the ice. Lots more skill and experience. Guys are going to thrive off that.
You get 3 points for a regulation win, 2 points for an OT win, 1 point for an OT loss. You want the full 3.
Absolutely.
We'll look at Reese Page and the season he had last year. It's 4-on-4 hockey. It'll be wide open for a little bit. Smith plays a centering play. It's picked up. Hearn, long stretch pass. Page was just a little bit offside. So it's 4-on-4 for the next 44 seconds, and it'll be a 10-second power play for the Falcons, and then we'll talk about overtime if we get to overtime, but there's 54 seconds to go in the game right now.
No surprise to see a guy like Page, guys like Zach Steele out there for the Blackhawks. You know, so much speed. They're going to try burn the guys. And
Tomlinson loses this draw, and Page tries to go up the ice.
Ooh.
Taken away. Tomlinson creates another turnover, stops, fires Pete King. Massive save in the late stages. Now the Blackhawks can try to go for it, trying to scoop this forward to Page, who was away, but it couldn't quite get through. Matchos picks this up, plays it back towards Hearn. It goes off of his leg, and he centers it to the red line. Cinco puts it back into the attacking zone. Picked up by Matchos. Matchos, stretch pass, left side. Steele works wide, trying to find the winner. Centering play. No one was there. Now Tomlinson has some space. Tomlinson down the wing, stops, cuts to the center. Tomlinson, a man with him, fires a shot. King got a piece of it. Rebound behind the net. How did that one stay out? Page wraps it around the board. 6 seconds to go in regulation, and a frantic finish as Zoltarov puts it towards the center line. Last shot, and we are going to overtime in a wildly exciting first game of the season. But what a rush the Falcons had late.
Absolutely. Yeah, look, and then again, late in the period, defenseman makes a change without really being aware of the situation on the ice, and it almost cost them. You know, it's such a split-second decision kind of game, such a fast-paced game that you need to be switched on all the time. It doesn't matter if it's the last second or the first.
So walk me through what happens here in overtime, Jeremy. What do the teams do?
Look, 3-on-3, it's an interesting... I think we're playing 3-on-3.
It was last year.
Yeah, so look, it's an interesting setup because you've got 5 minutes. Key is possession. You know, if you have the puck, the other team can't score, or at least very likely that they don't score. Again, just keeping them from making changes, keeping their guys on the ice as much as you can, keep them tired, keep the pressure up, and you're looking for openings. Guys that play in line, like Reese Page, like Zach Steele has, the Blackhawks should have an advantage in the sense that a lot of inlines played 3-on-3 here in the state, so you have that mentality of keeping the puck, looking for openings. So my favorites would honestly be the Blackhawks here. Lots of speed.
That said, the Falcons do have a power play to start.
Absolutely. So that is going to make a big difference for the whole first minute. It's going to be key for them to keep the puck out of their zone. But, again, experience on the Falcons. They might not have the speed on the Blackhawks tonight, but the experience is there, and it could make a huge difference. You know, looking at guys like Zoltarov, like Smith, they've been playing the game for a long time. They're going to have that hockey IQ.
So it is overtime for 5 minutes or less. It's sudden death. If a goal is scored, the game is over. A team will get 2 points, the loser 1 point. If it's still tied after 5, we'll head to a shootout.
I'm not sure about that one. I think they cut it off at 5 minutes of overtime.
We'll find out.
Hopefully.
What do we know?
Yeah, exactly.
But thanks very much for joining us wherever you're tuning in from.
Now,
the first game of the Adelaide ice hockey season here in Ice Hockey SA, proudly supported by Ice Hockey Australia at the Ice Arena in Adelaide. It's 3-on-3 overtime, although the Falcons will start with a fourth man because they are on the power play, so they'll have an opportunity to win it early.
A key thing to look out for here in this period is that the goalies have swapped ends, so the changes, the benches are a lot further away than they would be. You're going to have to come a long way to come out of your defensive zone and make a change.
Zoltarov dropped it back. Now Tyson Boyd will go off to the races on the right side. Tries to dangle around one man. Tomlinson creates a turnover. Tomlinson working in on the other zone. Drops it in for Zoltarov. He's got Holland at the center. Zoltarov centering play. That's cleared away by the Blackhawks and kept in by Tomlinson. Flicks it over to Cinco. Cinco stops, fires one across the ice. Sharp angle shot and a nice save from Pete King. And that's cleared by the Blackhawks away with just 20 seconds to go on the power play. Falcons, maybe one last chance with the man advantage. Centering play to Holland. Holland circles back in his own zone, and then pretty soon it'll be 3-on-3 again. Tomlinson tries to cut in on the zone. He's upended. Zoltarov can't quite get control. Holland keeps it in. Holland scoops it towards the center. Hearn takes that one away and plays it off the boards. Back to full strength. Fires in on net. That was Zach Steele and a nice save from Matusz Trinka. Both goalies have been excellent all game today. This played back around the boards. Now picked up in space is Shiansky. Shiansky cuts towards the center, fires a shot. Pete King holds on to it. So now we will move to 3-on-3 for the next 3 minutes and 41 seconds.
And you can see the extra space the guys have out there. You're looking at guys like Steele, and they've got their eyes open for it. Now, 5 minutes is a long time. You're going to need to rotate your players because they will get exhausted playing this kind of game. So it's going to be key for the depth here in the Blackhawks as well.
A thrilling contest, 2-2, overtime, the first game here at the Ice Arena. A fantastic venue. A good little crowd watching the game too. Head on down, Wednesdays and Saturdays, the Premier League. Here's the Falcons centering play in front. Zoltarov couldn't quite get full grip on it. And now the Blackhawks will have a chance to race away. Patiently waiting, long stretch pass ahead. Page is in, quick shot. Trinka with the save. Shiansky plays it off the near boards. And this is back towards the center line, and it's kept in by Hearn. Hearn holds the puck. He's going to enter the zone, trying to find some sort of space. Siemens heading to the net. Siemens on the rebound. He can't quite get a shot off, and he's going to try to tip this over to Page. Page wins it in overtime.
He's done it.
Reese Page, the hero, and the Blackhawks are in the win column. It's 3-2 in overtime.
No, that was key. And again, you saw that from the start, the speed of the Blackhawks. You know, Page made that run, and then they kept possession the whole time. Good little play there from Siemens, good vision, and Kingy gets his first win back.
Reese Page, dynamic all night. Created a bunch of opportunities. He had an assist on the tying goal and wins it here, or on the go-ahead goal in the third period, and he wins it on that one. Jeremy, I mean, the lot to break down in the first game, but let's just hear your initial thoughts, your snap reaction to this one.
For me, the legs got it for the Blackhawks, but they have so much speed. You know, they look like a completely different team to last season. Lots of energy, lots of excitement, lots of creativity. I'm very excited to play them and watch them play throughout the season.
The depth was very good. Both goaltenders also key in this game. Probably 30-plus saves for both of them, Pete King and Matusz Trinka. It's the goalies kind of canceled each other out, so let's you pick a player, then I'll pick a player for your player of the game.
Nah, for me, it has to be Page. You know, not just the game-winning goal. I think he's brought so much speed, so much energy to the game, and that drive to want to get that puck every time, and he was great for it for the Blackhawks today.
So a thrilling contest. Both teams scored a goal. Machos opened the scoring for the Blackhawks in first. Keane tied it up late in the first, 1-1. Goaltending battle in the second. Riccardi put the Blackhawks ahead halfway through the third before Tomlinson off a turnover tied it up. Both goalies made some great saves and a frantic finish, but Reese Page with the overtime winner, and that is a final from the Adelaide Ice Arena. Boy, I can't wait for the rest of the Premier League season.
No, neither. I think this sets up a great season here, and hopefully it's going to be a real entertaining one too.
Plenty of action at the Ice Arena. You'll have to come down and check out a game, but if you can't make it, thanks for joining us on our first broadcast of the season. On behalf of Jeremy Friedrich, Spacequake Sports, the Ice Arena, everybody on NITV and Channel 44, Facebook, wherever you're watching the game, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Eric Ballnar saying good night.